Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. I'm your host, Mike Sneed, and with me is Lee Wallace, and we are the play-by-play guys on WJSG 104.3 G104 FM. You can hear us every Friday nights beginning at 6 o'clock with Countdown to Kickoff, followed by the Game of the Week at 7:30, and then on Saturday mornings for Carolina Football Today. And, man, it's a pleasure to be able to follow Richmond Raiders football each and every week. We've been doing this for several years, and I don't think the wins get any bigger than they were last week against Pinecrest. And what a tremendous win, and the kids played hard, the coaches coached well, and I think that's just a tribute to why the room's full tonight. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the show. Our first guest is our head coach, Coach Mike Castellano. Impressive win last week, 49-28, a game that was really closer than what the score indicated. With 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, it was tied at 28, but you guys just really kept the hammer down in that second half and pulled out a nice win.
Yeah, we made it a little uglier there, a little closer than we had to at certain points throughout the game. We were excited the way our guys played. They played physical, they played aggressive, they played with a lot of energy. They played as one group and kind of pulled for each other throughout the game. Anytime something went against us, they were there picking each other up. But, you guys made a comment, somebody made a comment a minute ago about, twittering questions, or however you say Twitter? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of old, I don't know how to do that stuff. About where I was going to go to Halloween as last year, and I said I wanted to go as a football coach on Friday night. And after the game, I think we all felt like we had done a decent job coaching that night because our guys played really hard and made us like good coaches.
I thought you did well, Coach. Going into the half, we had a little hiccup there on a 3rd and 1 and missed the field goal there. And going in, Pinecrest scored, went ahead 21-14. Came out the second half, and the guys, just like you said, played very hard. What was the difference between the first half and the second half that you thought?
Well, we're master schemers, if you ask everybody. We didn't change anything. We just executed. There wasn't anything that we went in there and said we have to change or adjust. I got a little upset at halftime there and maybe broke a marker or two talking to our coaches, but at the end of the day, we went back and looked at what we were doing. We felt good about it. We just weren't executing. And, once we went back out there, kind of got our feet underneath us and felt, got our guys doing what we needed them to do. We were just a little more successful. But that before halftime was really a big momentum swing. We go in there and we score. We're going up 7, getting the ball afterwards. We can come out and make it a 2-possession game.
Right.
At the very least, kick a field goal, get the ball back, make it a 2-possession game up by 10.
Right.
Instead, we have that bad snap, and then all of a sudden, we missed a field goal. Then I didn't do a very good job calling the defense, to be quite honest with you. That was on me. And they scored that play and made it 21-14. So instead of being up potentially 1 score, 2 after half, we come out after half and we're down. So, yeah, that was on me. That wasn't on the guys. That was on me. I didn't do a good job that last possession of calling the defense.
Well, Coach, you've got some great highlights, and it's always a pleasure to watch these. Let's go through these highlights, and you tell us about the plays that were ran on Friday. All
right. Of course, Coach Bordeaux does these highlights for us every week, so I would brag on him for doing it. This is a guy, you might get used to seeing him a little bit, Lavelle Edwards right here in the jet sweep. If you notice this play, watch the running back right here. He's the guy leading out front. We were watching film today on the team, we're getting ready to play, and I said, boy, that poor kid right there probably doesn't remember that play.
Wow.
So obviously Lavelle gets a lot of credit here. It goes down to the touchdown pass for Leon, who caught it and tossed it about a foot, and it looks good in the record books for him. But you watch all those guys right there in gold blocking. Their head coach had a little question about what color we were wearing. I said, no, that's our gold. But right here turns the corner, great block out front. And then this kid right here is pretty special, when he plays hard and he does all the time.
Yes, he is.
That's Lavelle. He's a great young man. The second play right here, I'm sorry, you're going to see the end zone version of it. And, yeah, Quintel's, he wanted to make a big point about this hit and said, Coach, I think I'm ready to play defense. I told him, just keep doing the other team's defenses and we'll be happy.
There you go.
But that's obviously the tight copy of it. The next play right here, this is going to be Leon with the touchdown pass that he actually does a little more with. Backside, we get a motion going on. I'm sorry, not motion. We have play action. We have a backside slant going one-on-one. We get a touchdown pass, good throw. Lavelle makes a great catch right there, and that's a big play. The thing that is great to see, you see the excitement on the sidelines. You see the excitement with the guys on the field, and when your guys are excited, that probably means you're doing a lot of good things. So, we're excited to see our guys run around, have a good time playing football. Here's a tight copy of it. Obviously, we need those guys up front to do a good job blocking for us. You see here, what's the play called? There we go. You see the quick play action. Leon sets his feet. Coach Williams will talk a little bit, our quarterback coach, about that. He's working hard about setting his feet, delivering the pass. Does a good job getting it in there. The next one right here, it's fun to watch this guy get better. Coach Bordeaux does a great job of scheme here. Get a little read option look, reading the end, and obviously Leon makes a couple guys miss, and he's okay. He's kind of slow a little bit, but he found a way to pull away right there and get in the end zone. It's exciting when you have a guy that can do more than one thing playing quarterback. And, when Leon's taking his coaching, doing well, making good reads, and doing that kind of stuff, it makes us a lot better offense. But I thought our offensive staff did a great job all night of calling the game and putting us in position to be successful. You see Big Alex downfield there, just getting a chip on that guy. Receivers blocking behind the ball and gives us an opportunity to score. And there again, you see all the excitement. The next play we're going to have right here, I believe they just scored, if I'm correct, and this is the first play that we get the ball back. And Coach Bordeaux, he's a really good coach when he puts it in the right guy's hand in space and he can score. And right here, you get to Lavelle, and you can watch all our blocking set up, great scheme-wise, and then he's gone. I texted a couple coaches today, and I just said, Lavelle Ellerby, stud, check out his huddle. And a couple of them took back, oh my gosh, you're right, where's this kid been? Mm-hmm. But, Lavelle does a great job. You can see the blocking here. Obviously, this is a big momentum swing. When they score, we turn around and immediately get the ball back in one play, score. That's obviously a big shift in momentum for us. As you can notice, Coach Bordeaux did make the plays, so they're all offensive highlights so far.
Look at the blocking.
That's a great job blocking right there. It's exciting to see that. You see the guys right there getting all excited behind the play, and they're all cheering, and that's exciting. When you see those big guys right there waddling downfield, raising hands, getting excited, you know you're doing a good job. Right here, the next play, we finally get a little defensive highlight. This is Khalil Stansel. Khalil, I believe, was on the show last week. Khalil's a great young man, great GPA. He's playing, the outside backer right here in a 2-point stance for us. He does a great job. He does what his coach do. He squeezes. He feels that guy pull. He fights back outside, changes direction, tackle for loss. Coach Gould right here gave our corner credit for a half tackle for loss. He was feeling kind of good. But, you got our corner falling in as well, and then big Robert David falling in there, our nose guard, falling in to help make a tackle for a loss as well, and you can see it better on the tight copy. And you see number 22 on the left right there. You see him do a great job of squeezing. What he's supposed to do, get his hands on that guy, put his right foot in the ground and redirect when he gets the pull. He does, turns around, tries to do it. Makes a great form tackle for loss, corners there, and then big old Robert David falling in late. And Robert David really kind of grew up a lot on Friday night, we think. Here's another play. This is, I don't know if our principal's here or not. Mr. McKenzie, he's not, okay. This play is on here for him. They have a pretty good football player, number 6. And the story behind this play, just so everybody knows because it's been out there, I'm real smart. Run the play clock down. We call a timeout. We're going to kick a field goal to go up by 10, and that's it. And I'm kind of torn on it because I'm kind of an aggressive guy by nature anyways. And I look at Coach Bordeaux, and I think his words were, give me this or I got this. I looked at him again. I said, what? It's 4th down. We kicked a field goal. The game's over. He goes, I got this. And I love Coach Bordeaux to death and trust him with my life. And I said, okay, let's go. And I think half the staff thought I'd lost my brain or something, and I was just going crazy. And the other half said, yep, that's how we do it. That's what we are. We're aggressive. And right here, if you watch our right tackle, Coach Bordeaux calls this play, and it's a difference in the game. Right here, our right tackle blows up the number 6, the inside backer. And then Leon steps in there. You'll see it. You'll see the tight copy. Yeah. Well, I'll show you on this copy real quick. If you watch it, watch this guy right here. You can see his head snap back. He's that guy right there. Yeah. Watch that guy right there, and you can kind of see his reaction right about there. He gets pancaked, and our running back does a great job blocking. And Leon might get the credit right there, but 54 does a pretty good job. 50 does a good job, and our running back does a good job. Makes it kind of easy, and you can see him right there go flying. We score, and that puts us up by 14. And it's funny in life sometimes. The people you put near you are kind of the opposite of you. And I think the more time Coach Bordeaux and I spend, the more we become alike because he's more calm, I'm more excited. But usually he's the more laid-back guy, and he looked at me like he wanted to kill me if we didn't go for it. So I appreciate his aggressiveness there. This is the last one. We've right at the end of the game, we kind of in a safe look. They throw it up, and this guy Skinner, he's a pretty good football player. Another one people don't know a lot about, but he scores right here, and I was excited for him and for our defense that we get an opportunity to put this in the end zone and get another score, make it 49-28 to end the game. But it was it was an exciting time period, so we were excited to see that happen for us.
Well, it's a tremendous football game, and I know the folks that paid the money to come see it saw exactly what they wanted to see, a well-played football game. And I think the thing that probably surprised me in this game most of all was Pinecrest's first possession. They had the ball around their 42-yard line, and they went for it on 4th down. And I thought to myself, wow, mistake. And you guys were ready for it.
Well, what they've done this year is they kind of forced their will on people with the run game. They obviously have a great quarterback, a great running back, a couple guys are skill guys, but that offensive line they had was probably the best we had faced this year.
Right, massive.
And, we kind of challenged our guys with different types of schemes and such that try to be successful. And, when they went for that and we had to stop right there, I went, oh, crap, we've got a chance to win this game.
Yeah.
We've gone down on offense and scored, and defensively we get a stop like that. And I said, our guys, they're prepared and they're ready to play hard. And I thought that was a key point in the game to kind of get our confidence where it needed to be.
I think so too, and it turned out very well. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming, and congratulations on the big win. And we'll have you back just a little bit later to talk about this week's game.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back with the Richmond Raider Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next special guest is the Coach Mike Williams. Coach, welcome to the show.
Good to be here, thanks.
Good to have you. So, Coach Williams, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Richmond County School Systems, and what classes do you teach?
Well, it just came this year with Coach Castellano, and I don't really teach a class. I haven't figured out yet if I'm a geek with a football problem or a football guy with a geek problem. So I help out with some of the IT stuff, and that's my contribution.
Awesome.
Well, we hear you're a bit of an expert. Now, tell us.
Allegedly.
What is, legend, as a matter of fact.
No, allegedly.
No, we hear you're a legend. But anyway, what is zero, and can you show us what zero is?
Zero. That's a position of the elbow approximately 45 degrees above the shoulder line, 6 inches ahead. Let me say it another way. You ever talk on the phone?
I have.
And you're kind of like this and you're kind of relaxed?
Kind of, sort
Just
of.
raise it up above the shoulder. That's a zero position right there.
Gotcha. Is it true during the games that you often have to correct Coach Bordeaux's play calling, and were you the one
No,
that actually went to him and said, let's go for it on 4th down?
I have never corrected his play calling because he wouldn't listen to it anyway. I have on occasion dropped a, maybe we should, and sometimes I wonder if he might have listened a little bit. I can't comment on the 4th down thing other than to say when I was thinking about that scenario, that was absolutely the right thing to do. If we didn't get it, they had to go 99 yards. If we try to kick the field goal, something goes wrong. All kinds of crazy things can happen. So on that one, I'll just say great minds think alike.
You can look at the Georgia Tech and
Florida State, yeah, that had just happened that week before.
It sure
yeah.
did. It sure did.
Well, Mike, Coach Fly told us that you're the best at fixing headsets. Is that true?
Ah, the headsets, yeah. I'm probably the best at fussing about the headsets. Not necessarily fixing, but
Well, speaking of those headsets, you know, we've got to know what size do you wear, because we know we
biggest
see,
they got.
we see you have to allow for the hair.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and I got a big old fat head anyway, so, you know,
That plus the hair make for a big headset, huh?
indeed,
Well,
indeed.
given your hair and your big head, do you have any nicknames? And if so, where did it come from?
I've been called a lot of things by various people.
Children and all.
Yeah, I understand. Probably the most common one is Castellano stuck me with it. I think because his first name is Mike and my first name is Mike, and he probably couldn't stand the fact there'd be two Mikes in the same room at times. But I showed up when he was in Richmond, not Richmond, excuse me, in Raleigh. I saw this college coach coming into a high school down there, and I had the chance to work with one in Richmond, Virginia. So I said, well, I'll drop him an email and see if, you know, anything interesting comes out of this. And I threw in some football terminology. I figured I'll probably never hear from the guy. 7:30 the next morning, the phone's ringing, got a message, call him, let's talk. So we talked. I went and I met with him and Coach Bordeaux. And I might have needed a haircut about 6 weeks previous, and probably should have trimmed the beard about 3 weeks previous to that. So I was looking a little wild man. And we were walking up to meet the principal, and Coach C just kind of was like, I got it. Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
I still think it's a stretch, but Doc stuck, so we'll go with it.
There you go. Well, you've been coaching for some time now. What's your proudest moment as a coach?
Proudest moment as a coach? Probably with my son. He was playing quarterback for me in a middle school, and I had to start him as a 12-year-old, which was kind of tough because you're thinking to yourself, everybody's going to think it's the coach's kid and all that, but he was really the best kid to do it. We lost our running back. We had no chance against this team that had beaten us pretty soundly the week before, so I got crazy, went trips, and basically told him, count the guys in the box. If there's too many guys in the box, throw it. If the guys get out of the box, don't throw it. And he went to tell the running back, okay, I'm going to give you the ball when it was time in the second half after they'd adjusted. And the running back kind of looked over him and went, oh, you're going to get, oh, okay. Which kind of gave it away. So he did it 2 times in a row, and on the third time they came in and they broke his collarbone.
Oh, my.
So anyhow, I went to the hospital after that game, and he was laying there and had the broken collarbone. He just looked up and he said, Dad, did I do good? And he did real good. And that was definitely my proudest moment. Been some other ones, but that's the proudest one.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, it's a pleasure to have you here and on staff and doing the things that you do. And congratulations on the success so far this year, and we look forward to many more.
Thanks, guys.
Let's give
Appreciate
it up for Coach Mike Williams. We'll be right back in the Richmond Raider Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next special guest is the Richmond Offensive Player of the Week, and his name is John David. Let's make him welcome. It's been a pleasure each and every week to get to watch you play, and I think the first time that I really noticed you was down at Southview when you caught the little screen pass there, it looked like, and took it all the way to the house, followed your blocking, and I said, who is this kid? And from then on, we've been paying attention to John David, so congratulations on your success. John, every morning you always have a favorite tweet, and you thank God for another day. Are you taking that out of the page from Donnell Ellaby's playbook, or is that just something that you felt like you wanted to do each and every day?
Well, But God never forget to wake me up every day, so I got to thank him every day.
Amen. Amen.
Well, you're number 17 on the field, but we hear you have a nickname. Tell us your nickname and how you got it.
Oh, I like to call myself 17 Reasons. I got that from Snoop Dogg and Son. I used to follow him and think he was a great player. He called himself 21 Reasons, so I thought I could follow the trend too.
How long have you been playing football?
Ever since about 4th grade.
Did you start in the rec league at Hamlet?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
just,
sir.
so you've been playing with a lot of these guys on your team this year for quite a while as well, right?
A couple of them. I've been playing with Jeremiah Stewart for all my life, so
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Well, that's great.
Well, now, there are several hundred plays in the offensive playbook, and I don't know if Bordeaux calls them and Williams overruns them, or Castellano, but whoever finally calls the play, we get mixed up here. What is your favorite offensive play so far this year?
Honestly, it have to be the screen or the shallow route.
When you say screen, throw it to 17 and watch him run, right?
Right.
That's what I like. And by the way, that's a nice hairdo you got there.
Thank you.
I like that. So you're a senior now, and it's your regular season's coming to an end. Friday night at Scotland County, just the regular season, we're saying. What's been your best memory so far? Maybe not this year, but throughout your football career.
Honestly, it was last Friday when we was down in the half, 21-14, and we all looked at each other and we knew we had to come together, and I was just proud of the guys.
Well, like Mike says, your last regular season game will be this Friday night, and you've got 5 or 6 more games to play after that. But once that's done and next semester's over with, what do you plan to do after you graduate from Richmond Senior High School?
Go to a 4-year university, study criminal justice.
Study criminal justice?
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck with that. I'm telling you what, you're an honest young man. You're a great young man. You're a great football player, and congratulations on the year so far, and the best of luck throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for John Davis. We'll be right back to the Richmond Raider Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next guest is the Defensive Player of the Week. Make welcome linebacker Paul Fowler. 41. Yeah.
41.
Paul, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Meeting Coach C this year and getting to play for a team that's really coming together here at this time of year. Can you ever remember a time, any time this season, that Coach C had to yell at you? I mean, he's not like that, is he?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Me and Coach C, we butt heads every practice. Like, it's just the type of bond we have. Like, if I do something wrong, he's always gonna be on to me. But I understand why. It's just to make me a better player.
Right.
So I can understand why.
So Coach C can raise his voice. Well, is it true then that Coach Jacobs is the quietest one at practice?
No. I'm gonna be honest. That's the most energetic coach I ever met in my life. Like, he brings a life to practice. You know, he's always happy, always ready to go, keep going forward, and that's what I most like about him.
And that spills over to the team because that's the way you guys play on Friday
Yes,
night.
sir.
A lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and man, that's great to have that.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start playing football?
My first year playing football was 7th grade.
Sounds great.
The story about playing football in the 7th grade, my coach told me that I wasn't supposed to make the team.
Right?
Yeah, he said I was the most uncoordinated person. He said he actually put me over an 8th grader, and I was supposed to not be on the team.
Uh-huh.
But then he
Wow.
said it must have been a God-chosen reason for me to play.
Awesome. Well, we're glad that decision was made. You're here tonight.
Well, you got coordinated enough to be able to play varsity football at Richmond Senior High.
Yes, sir.
What's been your best game so far this year?
Well, best game, I can say Rocky River first week. That was the funnest game, but the most toughest game this year was the Dudley game. I mean, it's the last possession of the game. Quarterback throws it over too much, and Blue Gray right there for the catch. I mean, that was the toughest game of the year.
So when you're getting ready for all these games, you got some special music you like to listen to?
Man, my favorite artist is Drake. You know, just keep me motivated. It's just, you know, the beats, the flow, I just got to listen to it every game.
So you get pumped up with Dr. Dre. Now,
Yeah.
now, we've got a pretty big opponent coming up this
Uh-huh.
week, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are we going to see from our Raider defense after you listen to all the music to get pumped up?
Well, I mean, we just got to go out and put on a show. You know, just play sound, listen to the plays. Coach C give us a couple more yelling at us at practice, and we'll go out there and make some noise.
Not too hard to get you fired up, is
Yes,
it?
yes, sir.
Well, when you graduate, and we know you're a senior this year,
Mhm.
what would you like to do when you get out of high school?
Well, I plan to attend. Well, my plan is to attend A&T to gain a business major and get my associate's degree.
Would you like to play a little football?
Yes, sir. That's always been my
That would be
dream.
okay too, huh?
Yes, sir.
That would be great to see you playing on Saturday. Well, good luck, Paul. I tell you what, thank you for coming here tonight, and congratulations on a great week.
Uh-huh.
And I look forward to Friday night.
Let's give it up for Paul Fowler, number 41. We'll be right back from Patton's Downtown Grill with the Coach's Corner. Michael, bring us in. So.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coach's Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next guest, and last week and this week we are recognizing our middle school programs, and it's our pleasure to welcome in from Ellerby Middle School, Principal of the Year 2015. Make welcome Melvin Ingram.
Thank you.
So Melvin, if we're not mistaken, we realize that you graduated from Richmond Senior High School in
Yes.
1993. Were you involved in any sports while you were at Richmond Senior High School?
I wasn't the most athletic person in school. I know that might shock you, but I was more into the books. I did a few cross-country meets, but I basically played on the marching band. I played trombone.
Awesome.
Well, what's it like to be here in Richmond County now as a principal? You were a student, went away to school, have come back, and you're now a principal in the school system. What's that like?
I feel a sense of responsibility because I'm a product of Richmond County, and I remember what everyone in this community did for me when I was coming up. I can't tell you how many people gave me a pat on the shoulder when I needed it, how many people tutored me when I needed help in school. I just was a product of this great community, which has always been willing to support its own.
Well, was there any one special person that maybe tutored you or was an influence in your life that made you decide, I want to be in education?
My mom.
Awesome.
She taught at Fairview Heights for 30 years, and I saw her just loving her job. And I think what made the biggest impression on me was when I saw students come up to her, and they were just smiling and so excited to see her and thanking her for the wonderful job that she did as an educator. So she was truly an inspiration.
Awesome.
Well, what's something about your position that people may not expect that you do?
I think most things people would already expect that we do. I think they'd be surprised by the different things you have to, be aware of or be knowledgeable of as a principal. You never know from day to day what you're going to have to do. You might have to go out there on the field and answer some questions about grass. You might have to, about the grass on the field, or you might have to, go talk to a student, calm them down. There's so many skills you have to have as a principal, and we have some great principals in our county. They all love children. They all there to support.
What's been your craziest moment as a principal?
I was thinking about that. My craziest moment was when I got a call on the walkie-talkie, and they told me that there was a deer out there on the athletic field. So the kids were out there on the athletic field, and I said, oh yeah, they're trying to play a joke on me. There's not a deer. And they said the deer had like a collar. It was a domesticated deer. And then they called me again on the walkie-talkie and told me that my custodian, Freddie Suggs, had confronted the deer and tried to wrestle the deer down to the ground. The deer won.
The deer won. Is Freddie okay?
He's okay. He's still working for the system.
All right.
At LB Middle School.
Well, Melvin, you were named Richmond County Schools 2015 Principal of the Year. What's that like, and how did you feel when they called your name and said you were it?
It feels great to be Principal of the Year. I think you have an overwhelming sense of gratitude. You're just thankful to God for allowing you to do this work. I remember something, and that Dr. Langley, somebody told me that Dr. Langley said, and it sticks with me to this day. He talked about when you stand in front of students, it's like Moses standing in front of burning bushes. You're on sacred ground. And whenever I step into a classroom, I always remember that when they called my name as Principal of the Year, it was one of those moments where time slowed down, and I started to think about all the people, all the wonderful people I work with. We've got some wonderful, smart educators at LOB Middle School. I think about the teachers at Hoffman, and all throughout my career and my life, all those educators, they stood there with me as I claimed that plaque.
Well, Melvin, when you're not at school, and I know that's probably a lot of time that you spend there, and you probably feel like you're on call 24/7. But what are some of the things that you like to do when you're not there at school? I
guess I'm trying to make up for my lack of athleticism in Richmond. But I do like to run. I do like to work out, and I like to go to whitewater rafting at the Whitewater Center.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do for Richmond County and LOB Middle School. And again, congratulations for being awarded the 2015 Principal of the Year.
Let's give it up for Principal Melvin Ingram. We'll be right back from the Raider Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next special guest is the men's soccer coach, Benny Howard. Let's make him welcome. Now, Benny, you and I have been a product of Richmond Senior High School since the beginning. You were in that first class, I think, that started at Richmond Senior High School.
Class of 73.
Yeah.
Very proud of that, to be on board with that first year of Richmond Senior High School.
Played football that year?
Played football and ran track as well.
Yeah. Well, now you're the coach of the soccer team. And exactly how long have you been doing that?
28 years with the boys and 23 with the girls.
That's awesome.
Well, the playoffs are coming up this week. Walk us through how the boys have been playing this season and how you're preparing the guys for the playoffs.
Well, right now we're 11-5 on the season, and we play Wednesday night at 6:30 at Raider Stadium, soccer stadium, and really no different preparing for this opponent than any other opponent. We respect everybody and we go in to give 100%. We did watch some film today on Mooresville. They're a quality team, so we're going to have to bring our A game and see what happens on Wednesday night.
Well, Coach, you mentioned that you coach the girls and the boys. Is there any different approach to the way you coach those two teams?
In a way, yes. Technically, soccer skill-wise, it's the same. Tactics, it's the same. But with young ladies, you have to be a little bit more gentle with your words. They seem to be a little more emotional than the guys. Guys, you can kind of do a little digging, and they'll kind of like water off a duck's back, but the girls will take it to heart and somewhat hold a grudge against you.
And that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing.
Not dealing with 20-some-odd girls, no, it's not.
Well, Coach, regardless of whether it's the guys or the girls, Richmond Senior High School has a new soccer facility.
Yes.
Yes,
A lot
sir.
of hard work and a lot of money put into that. Tell us about that new facility and how it is to play on that now.
It's somewhat of a dream come true. It started 8 years ago. Dr. Weatherly, whose daughter and son I coached, he decided that we needed to have our own field. So the only place on campus was where the old driving range was.
Yep.
And so they started clearing it away, and we got a practice field. And as time went on, we were able to add the lights and the stands and the little gazebo. They've taken the old ISS building and turned it into a public bathroom, concession stand, little locker room. So we are very proud to have our own facility. There's 2 other schools in our conference that have their own facility as well. Me personally, I think ours is a little better, a little nicer. I'm a little biased, but everyone that's come there has thoroughly enjoyed it, spoke very highly of it. We are very appreciative of it. A lot of people have put a lot of hard work into it. Some people say it's my little baby, I guess, but I take care of it, cutting the grass, picking up trash. So I'm very proud of it, and hopefully it will continue.
It looks very nice, and it's just an added feature to the great facilities at Richmond Senior High School. Benny, you know, a lot of the teams in the county have to raise money. We see a lot of candy bars being sold, magazines and stuff like that. You have a pretty unique or pretty interesting fundraising technique that involves a football team. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, several years ago, I think we had a group of inmates that came in and cleaned the stadium up after every football game, and then something happened and they did away with that. They offered it to the basketball team, and Coach May said, I only have 12 people. I'll be out there a week cleaning it up. So he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, yeah. I said, I'll take that challenge. So after every home football game on Saturday morning, we get up out there at 8 o'clock. I supply the bags, and we get the gloves from the school. And we have our boys and our girls team show up, sometimes a little late, but the majority of the time on time. They're not real happy about being out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. But we get to slinging trash bags, and we clean the stadium up. And between 40 to 60 people out there, and blowers blowing, we get it done in about a good 30 to 40 minutes. A game such as Scotland or Pinecrest, where there's 10,000 people out there, we can have it done in 90 minutes. We do clean the parking lot up. That wasn't in the original deal, but we do that as well. So, and they pay us very nice. We don't have to sell donuts or candy bars, and that money goes towards the team buying socks and T-shirts and any other type of equipment that we need. The school system is that they're very nice about buying the goals and the uniforms, but everything else, we spend that money on the kids and gear and that type of stuff.
Well, not only do you share in cleaning up the football stadium, you often share kickers with the football team. What's it like this year to share Alex Alvarado with Coach C?
It's been a pleasure. We've been able to work together. We've been doing that for several years. Jason Norton was our first. And it's always a pleasure to watch a kid do 2 sports and do them well. A couple of years ago, I was fortunate enough to have some kickers, and when they won the state championship in '08, Coach Hoggard was nice enough to let me get a ring it says coach on there, so I just tell everybody I coach football too.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What's your proudest moment as a coach?
There's been a lot over the 28 years, but in reality, it's not about the wins, the losses, or the ties. It's about seeing young people grow up and become young adults, raise families, go to college. I see a couple in the audience tonight that I've coached, and it's always nice to come back and they shake your hand and say thanks.
Well, I know a lot of your time is taken up with coaching or teaching. What sort of things do you do outside those two jobs?
Usually sleep. I'm known to take a nap in my chair, and if I'm not doing that, I do like to have a little garden in the back and grow some tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff of that nature.
Well, Benny, thank you so much, and congratulations on much success over the 28 years that you've been here. It's been a pleasure to know you, and good luck in the playoffs, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
Let's give it up for Coach Howard. We'll be right back with the Richmond Raider Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. And let me remind you again, if you have a question that you would like to tweet to Coach Castellano, use the hashtag RCS Raiders, and they will get that question to him at the end of the show today. Our next special guest is a senior Richmond Senior High School senior soccer player, the defender, and that is Alex Lopez. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Alex, we've got a lot of serious questions that we need to ask you tonight, but the first one is, how do you feel about the Snapchat update?
It's really cool. It's really fun to see how like they like interact with our faces and like let all these cute little faces come up, and it's really funny.
That's awesome.
All joking aside, how long have you been playing soccer for?
I've been playing soccer since I was 5 years old in the rec league, and ever since then I've been playing every day, not playing games, either training outside with my brothers or just by myself, dribbling the ball, juggling, just doing stuff on my own.
So you played defender.
Yeah.
Now, those folks don't usually get a lot of glory.
Nah.
You know, what about that position that you like so much?
I mean, to be honest, the defenders win the game mostly because say it's a close match between two good teams and it's 1-0. So defenders have most of the pressure. Like, if one mistake, they'll make the goal and then they'll come back 1-1 and then it'll tear our team down for losing. So basically, I think defenders are what keep the team together.
Well, as a defender, what's been your favorite game or memory with the team so far this year?
I had to say this year was the game against Palm Forest. That was a preseason. We played really good. A lot of our players left last year, so we had to build up chemistry with all the new players coming up. And that game, we all touched really well, and it all went good.
Well, you're moving into the playoffs this week. How do you feel about that?
It's always nervous going into the playoffs because we don't know what the other team or how they play, and we just know that whatever comes, we just have to be ready and take it on.
Well, now, Alex, besides soccer, what else are you involved in at the high school and in the community?
Nothing really. I just go home and sleep.
Well, you got to study sometime.
Yeah.
So, as you graduate this year, what would you like to do when you graduate?
Oh, well, main thing is play college soccer. That's the main thing. But if not, then I'd literally like to go to get my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, mainly.
That's a great field. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and congratulations on a great year. And And good luck throughout the playoffs, and take it on to the state, man.
All right.
Let's give it up for Alex Lopez. We'll be right back from Patton's Downtown Grill with the Richmond Raider Coach's Corner.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coach's Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. Our next special guest from the Ellerby Middle School is the football coach, Derek Anderson. Let's make him welcome. Now Derek Anderson is a famous football name, and that's all right. Any relation there?
No relation. I used to live in Cleveland when he played with the Browns, though,
Awesome.
so I got myself a nice Derek Anderson Browns jersey.
That works for me. Well, tell us a little bit more about yourself. What college did you graduate from, and how long have you been here, and also at Ellerby Middle School?
I graduated from Denison University, which is a Division III college outside of Columbus, Ohio. I've been at Ellerby teaching for the last 10 years and teaching social studies and math for the 8th grade.
Well, how did the Wildcats do this season in football?
It hasn't been the best of seasons in terms of wins and losses, but I have a group of 25 players that have played real hard all season. We've ended up with 1 win so far, and we have 1 more game left against Rohannon on Wednesday.
Well, what's your favorite game that you like to play? Is it football? You're a pretty big guy. You like basketball? Or
Growing up, basketball was actually my favorite sport to play.
Yeah. Well, Ellerby is a great location, and the community really rallies around the school and the kids there. Tell us about how that's been this year.
It's been great. We've always had a decent amount of parents for just having 25 players, always having fans show up for games, even when we went to Sandy Grove, which is way out middle of nowhere in Hope County. But they always come out and support us.
That's great. Well, as a coach, what's been your proudest moment as a coach of Ellerby Middle School?
My first few years at Ellerby, I was coaching baseball. I had a manager helping out with the team. He had Down syndrome, and one of the games I was able to, because I knew the umpire, get him to pinch run, and we were able to get him to score a run, and that was real nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow. On that note, let's give Coach Derek Anderson a big hand. We'll be right back with the Coach's Corner here at Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coach's Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill, and it's my honor and pleasure to introduce 2 of Ellerby Middle School's football players. And we have Torrey Jones to my right, call him TJ, and also Martavius Moore to my left. Welcome, guys. I'm going to ask each of you this same question, but I'll ask Torrey first. How long have you been playing football, and why do you think it's such an awesome sport?
Well, I've been playing football since I was 5 years old in my backyard, and I think it's cool because, like, I can finally be myself and get good contact on people. Like, once I'm angry one day, just go outside, play football. Then the other day, go to I go to school after football practice, and then
Awesome. Martavius, same question. What do you like about football?
I just like the sport. And, like, you get to do what you want to do. You get to show.
Show your skills.
Yeah, show your skills.
That's right. And you get out there in front of all the cheerleaders and the folks and enjoy all that.
And you get hype and stuff.
I understand. Well, now, Tori, what position do you play?
Quarterback,
You the quarterback? And Martavius?
running back,
Oh, you guys are y'all the studs. Yeah, what number are you?
number 7,
Number 7 and
number 1.
number 1. So I tell you what, check these guys out. They got one more game this week. Make sure you go see them play. My next question. What do you like to do for your pregame rituals? We saw where Paul liked Dre to listen to music. What do you like to do before you get prepared for a game?
Get everybody hype.
Get everybody fired up.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Martavius?
Same as just like get the crowd hype and just go out there and play.
Get it to the zone. Okay, you guys are 8th graders, I think, now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's a lot of 5th graders in the elementary school systems that will be coming to LB Middle School next year.
Yes, sir.
What would you say to those 5th graders that might want to come out and play football?
First, good grades. Always get good grades. And then, like, if you bored and don't have nothing to do, just come out and play football for us.
But
I would tell them, like, try their best and don't give up, even if they lose.
just play your best, do your best. Besides football, what are you guys involved in at LB Middle School?
Well, I want to play baseball, but I don't have time to because I have football practice every day.
Every day.
Well, I play basketball. Well, basketball tryouts are coming up, so I'm gonna try out for that. And I was thinking about trying for baseball.
Baseball. Okay, you guys will be leaving LB Middle School,
Yes, sir.
and you're going out to the 9th grade academy.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to continue playing football there?
Yes, sir.
And what about you?
Yes, sir.
Well, I think both of you will make it, and you're great kids, and thank you so much for coming here tonight and getting in front of us and your fellow peers here at Patton's Downtown Grill, and good luck this week in your game.
Thank you.
Troy Jones, Martavius Moore. We'll be back for more Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill. Welcome back to Patton's Downtown Grill, the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner. We continue our middle school celebration this week with a volleyball coach from Rockingham Middle School, Miss Teresa Mason. Coach, welcome to the show. There are just a few personal questions that we really need to ask and get cleared up. What college did you graduate from, and how long have you been at RCS?
I graduated from North Carolina A&T State University, and I've been teaching in Richmond County for 23 years.
And how long have you been coaching volleyball?
I've been coaching volleyball for 11 of those 23 years.
Now, as a coach, how do you handle so many of those personalities? What have been your words of encouragement to keep the girls motivated? These are, after all, middle school kids.
Well, I like to look at it in the sense of not so much that they're just middle school. I mean, I try to look at them as individual people. And I like to have a personal relationship with my girls. And once you learn those things about them that make them who they are, then it makes it easy for you to get along with them. So I think that's very important, and I think that's something that they always take away, because whenever they leave, if they leave me as a coach and they go on, I would hope that they would remember that whenever they played for me, that it went beyond just being an athlete on my team, that it was a lot more personal than that.
You play a lot of different teams around the area. What game or match have you been the most excited about, and why?
Well, actually, this season, they've all been exciting because you just never know what you're going to face. You know, I always tell my girls, you know, even though you think you may be playing a weaker team, we're not going to play down to the level of our competition.
Right.
We're always going to play our game. And so every game has really been special, just in its own different way. I think the one that's coming up tomorrow is going to be the most special, because that's going to be our championship game. So that, in a sense, you know, I keep telling them, you know, none of what happened beforehand matters if we don't do what we're supposed to do tomorrow. Right. So that is going to be the most special. But the season as a whole has just been wonderful. I have a wonderful group of girls, and as goofy as they are, I love each and every one of them. We have so much fun together, and we just make so many memories each and every day at practice, as we're learning to get better, as they're learning to get better as players.
Well, Coach Mason, my next question was going to be to ask you how well the Rockets have done, but you're in the championship game, so who are you playing tomorrow?
We'll play Spring Hill out of Scotland County. We're 11-0 at this point, and they're also undefeated on their side, so it should be a good match. I've told my girls that this will be the greatest level of competition they've faced. So, and they're not going to just give it to us, we have to earn it. So they know what they have to do tomorrow to get the job done.
Good. Well, Teresa, you build a special bond with these kids, and I know that, and I've known you've done it for years. When you see these kids come through and they leave Rockingham Middle School or wherever you're coaching, that bond doesn't die. You keep in touch with a lot of these kids, and you help them and tutor them and mentor them throughout their careers, even at Richmond Senior High School.
Right.
What is that like for you?
Oh, that's just, I mean, it's so nice to be able to see them grow, and I always tell them, my job is to prepare them to move to the next level. And I always teach them that we're not just so concerned about them being good athletes, I'm concerned about them being good people. And playing on a team sport teaches you all of those things, and you're not going to face anything on a court or field that you're not going to face in life. So even if they don't get any better on my team, or if they don't win a game, as long as they can leave me and know that they have become better people because I've in some way affected the way that they are,
Awesome.
Then my job is done.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you again, Teresa, for coming on and joining us tonight. And it's always special to hear from the middle school programs. And good luck in the tournament, in the championship game, and good luck with all your endeavors throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you for having me.
Teresa Mason, folks.
Give it up for Coach Mason. We'll be right back with the Coach's Corner at Patton's Downtown Grill. Welcome back to the Richmond Raider Coaches Corner. With me now are two Rockingham Middle School volleyball players, Jaden Johnson to my right and Kayla Hawkins to my left. Please make them welcome. Now, each of you are captains for the middle school volleyball team. Tell me what that's like and what you have to do as captains.
Well, first of all, it's a great honor to be elected as a captain for the Rockingham Middle School team, and my example is to set a good example for our teammates on and off the court.
It's also an honor for me to be one of the captains of the volleyball team, and I like to be a leader and set good examples for the rest of my team.
Now, how long has each of you been playing volleyball?
I've been playing volleyball for 3 years. I started off just playing rec ball in 6th grade, and then for the past 2 years I've been playing at Rockingham Middle School with Miss Mason.
I've been playing for 3 years. I started with rec volleyball when they first started their program, and I've been playing 2 years under Coach Mason.
Well, to each of you, what's your favorite part or the best part about playing volleyball at the middle school?
My favorite part is being competitive and playing as a team.
My favorite part's winning, but other than that, I like to set for my teammates so they can get good spikes.
Yeah, and with 11 wins this season, you've had a lot of winning, a lot of your favorite part there.
Yes,
What's your favorite memory so far this year with the volleyball team?
I've had so many good memories at practices, but 2 of my favorite memories were beating Hamlet in the championship last year, and after we went to the UNC Chapel Hill game last year, when we left the game, we got lost, and we were walking around the campus for 2 hours looking for our bus.
My favorite memory was probably winning the Southeastern Conference Championship last year and being able to go to the championship again this year, which is being played tomorrow.
Well, we actually had a question tweeted in, and I'm going to ask you too, and you can answer how you want to. My understanding is that the Rockingham Middle School volleyball team has a motto.
We have a bunch, but our probably favorite is probably bump and set and spike.
And then we have tick tick boom.
And we also have ace in your face.
Any more?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, besides volleyball, what else is each of you involved in at the Rockingham Middle School?
I play basketball and softball. Coach Mason also coaches the basketball team, and Coach Jeff Ingram coaches the softball team. And I'm also in the National Beta Club, and I'm also in chorus.
I also play basketball and softball. I'm in chorus, and I'm in the National Junior Beta Club too.
Well, Kayla and Jaden, thank you very much for being with us here tonight. Let's give it up for Jaden Johnson and Kayla Hawkins. We'll be right back with the Coach's Corner from Patton's Downtown Grill.
Welcome back to the Richmond Raiders Coach's Corner here from Patton's Downtown Grill. We've had a great show tonight. Thank all those folks from Ellerby Middle School and Rockingham Middle School for coming out tonight. And Coach, we moved down to the final regular season of the year, regular season game of the year. It's for the conference championship. My question to you, Friday night's game was a big game at Pinecrest. The guys were hyped up, played well. Do we feel like there might be a letdown going against the other team down the road this year, this week?
No, before we go there,
Okay.
I've got some things I need to clear up. I try to make notes as we go through the show. First off, Mr. Mason, are you still here? You have a lovely daughter. The volleyball coach is your daughter, right? You have a lovely daughter. I know you couldn't have married that well. There's no way possible. Second off, I noticed the theme tonight was kind of about hair. You got John David up here, and you talked about his hair, Coach Williams with his hair, and then Coach Howard with his spiked hair. So I feel kind of jealous of my receding hairline that I didn't fit that theme. But we call him Doc, and he's a great guy, and he's a great friend of mine. You know, there's a story about how we met, and he likes to tell it that way. He walked in, and I literally looked at Coach Bordeaux and said, oh my God, they're going to fire me for bringing a homeless man into the school. So he walked away, and we got done talking, and nobody had a clue what he was talking about, being myself and Coach Bordeaux. And I said, well, he's got to be smart or crazy. Either way, he makes me laugh, so I guess we'll hire him. We need coaches. Right. And then years have gone by, and you know, when you get into coaching, the one thing about it, it becomes a family. You know, the team becomes a family, your coaches become a family, and if you're successful, that's what you've got. It's a group of people that you don't just spend practice time with and those type of things. You spend Saturdays going through a bad day together, or maybe sometimes, you know, talking to each other through things in life. And blessed that Doc is with us, but there's a lot of stories about Doc I can tell you. If you ever, and I meant to ask this when I wrote those questions, Doc one time went to go watch his brother sing the national anthem at Coors Field, and he ends up singing before a Colorado Rockies game that he wasn't planning on.
Wow.
The national anthem. And if you get to know Doc, that's just kind of the guy he is. He's a great person and a heck of a football coach, but obviously like family to me. But he did educate young Paul up here earlier. Paul up here, you know, threw some allegations out there that I might yell from time to time at practice. As I taught my little brother, those are falseless allegations. Okay? They're falseless. Falseless allegations. I knew I was in trouble last week when I said I'm going to have to name my ulcer Paul after you at practice. So, you know, he tried to teach Paul a lesson earlier and said, don't ever get into an argument with somebody who can have the last word, write the last sentence, or as we like to say in practice, never be sarcastic to the man who has the whistle, because it's not going to end well for you. So I told Paul we would deal with those issues about what he thinks is anger issues for me tomorrow at practice when we got out there. So, and one real quick story, he talked about Coach Jacobs. Coach Jacobs a couple of weeks ago was trying to get the guys excited. So he goes, you want to see me do a backflip? So all the guys said, yeah, I want to see you do a backflip. And I said, all right. So I'm watching Coach Jacobs out of the corner of my eye. Coach Jacobs can't do a backflip. He didn't have a chance to do a backflip. So he does a backflip and lands square on his face. And I looked and I said, what are you doing? Getting the kids excited, Coach. I said, Coach, do we need to get you a trainer? Nah, not yet. Wait till they leave practice. So Coach Jacobs is one of them guys where everything he does is kind of exciting, and we're glad to have him. But you know, there's a lot of false allegations thrown around out there I just wanted to clear up. But about this week's game, you know, if there's a letdown in the game of football, we haven't done a good job as coaches. Every game, well, this is the most important game of the year. Hands down, no questions, because it's the next one that we play.
That's right.
And you only get so many of them. Now you're at the end of the year, and you can see, you know, that kind of light at the end of the tunnel where it's been crazy how fast these 12 weeks have gone in the last couple months. But, you know, everybody knows what's online.
Oh, yeah.
But every week there's something on the line that's going to go into record books and be part of history. And we try to emphasize that all the time. You know, if you're going to be relevant, do something special every day. And when you get a chance to play the great game of football, that means every day at practice and every Friday when you go out there. And, you know, we don't talk about teams we play. We never do. We talk about, you know, the team we play, what are they going to do? What can we do against them? We don't mention their name. We don't mention their players' names. We mention, hey, number 34, number 1. And, you know, this week, it's just the next game on the schedule. We don't have to play them. We get to play them, and we're excited to be able to play Friday night.
Awesome. Well, Coach, it's going to be a big challenge. There'll be a lot of folks there again. Last week's crowd was tremendous, and we saw you leading the cheers to get the crowd into the game and out of the game at the right time. Did you think the Raider Nation got that down pat, or are you going to have to work on that a little bit more this week?
Well, you know, emotion gets the best of us all sometimes, and people were getting excited during the game, and you know, one of the things we try to educate people on is when we're on offense, because of our communication, we need it as quiet as it can be. Right. And when we're on defense, we want it to be as loud as it can be to confuse the other team in their communication. Right. And, you know, I think our fans do a great job. Our community does a great job supporting us. You know, it's fun getting there, and I happen to turn around. I usually don't notice the crowd, and I happen to turn around, and I look, and there's there's Richmond as far as you can see colors. And I thought that was amazing. I thought that was an exciting thing. I look over and there's coaches from other sports there and administration I haven't met from middle schools and elementary schools, our old superintendents there. And you see those people there, and that's just a great thing. So I can't say anything but great things about our community, our support, and what we get from them.
Well, we're excited, and we're excited about the challenge on Friday night, and good luck, and man, we're going to be there cheering for you and cheering for these kids, and we're going to go home and take this thing to the championship.
Well, hey, I just hope we show up on time, wear the right color uniforms, and have a good performance. So that's.
Do you know what color you're supposed to wear on the away games? Yellow, gold.
Yellow, gold, white, green.
As Coach Young, you can attest to this. There was a little bit of a question last week by their head coach, and that's fine. But he said, "I can't believe you're wearing the yellow." And I just looked at him and shook my hand and said, "No, it's gold." And we decided to part ways at that point and move on in conversation to different people. But yeah, we'll be there with our white uniforms on, and it doesn't matter what you wear; it's how you play. That's all that matters.
That's right. Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thank you all for coming out tonight, and look forward to the game Friday. Remember to get your tickets at the main office at Richmond Senior High School in advance. $7. There's going to be a great crowd there, and bring your Raider rags and whatever it takes. Let's cheer these Raiders on to victory this Friday night at Page Stadium. Coach, congratulations again. Thank you for joining us tonight, and all of y'all will be back next week at 6:30 here at Patton's Downtown Grill for the Richmond Raiders Coaches Corner.